Good afternoon. I'm going to be working on this quilt top. It's something I pieced, and I do have the pattern for this top if you like it. It is on my website. I'll have a link in the description, and it's called Color Block. So if you want to download the pattern, it's pretty easy to piece. All you have to do is get some fat quarters, some yardage, whatever you want. So I have made, I think, 3 or 4 of these quilts now. They're, like I said, they're pretty easy because they use 1 fat coater. I think you can get 2 blocks out of. So I'm going to be using this permacord thread. Don't stick your finger in there, Deb. And it's kind of a light gray. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to wind, let's see, about 5 bobbins. Okay, that's about where I want it. It's just a little below 200. So this is the toe gauge box that I sell, and you can put your screwdriver in there so you don't lose it. And if you ever buy one of these from me, this toe gauge fits in there super tight. I mean, you have to push it in there. And the reason for that is so it doesn't fall out. If you want one of these, you have to send me an email from my website. Then I have these little trays for your long arm. These are long arm quilting trays, and they're stackable. So you can stack them together like this. And then I have the clips for the end bobbins for these also. And this is actually out of the same stuff. It kind of changes color. So I want to show you something I recently made, and I made this little, let me zoom out here, this thing to go on my long arm. It's actually got magnets on the bottom, and it's cut out so you can see at the top of my long arm it's all pretty messed up because I had these original magnets kind of glued up there, and so I made this little thing to put the magnets in so that I could just stick it on here and still have a place to put my magnets or my tools. And I think that worked out pretty well. I know some people have like cups and other things. This on my long arm is to put my camera. It attaches to this, but I know other people have other kinds of things that they put on their long arm. All right, I'm getting ready to start my edge to edge, and I have chose some patterns on the screen that I kind of like, and I need to enter the length of the quilt, which is 73 inches. So I'm going to go 74. So this is the first pattern I chose, which actually looks really good. I kind of like that one. What do you guys think? And here's the square root. Of course, we'll have to bring it in quite a bit. To make it look better. That doesn't look too bad. That might look nice. Not sold. These are feathers that I digitized, and I kind of like them. I kind of like that too. Let's see, 7 rows or 7 repeats and 14 rows. I guess I mean, you can make it bigger, I guess. Like that. 6 repeats and 12 rows. But you're doing 3 rows at a time, so it shouldn't take that long. Okay, as I was showing this to you, I got a phone call, so I had to take my phone call. So we have these feathers, and let's see what other pattern we got. Not really liking that one. Well, that one's kind of nice. How about that with the daisies? Another feather pattern with bigger feathers. And I bought this one and I haven't used it. Of course, you have to make it them come closer together. I am actually thinking I am going to go with this, the first one we started with. I think this one looks really good. And we'll do that one. The pattern I'm using is called Verdant, Edge to Edge, and it's by Christy Dillon of creativestitches.net. So if you're interested in that pattern, here's a little bit of a close-up of what it looks like. All right, we're going to go ahead and start our first row. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows to do. And I'm going to go ahead and time it to see how many rows, how long it takes for each row. There we go. And that'll give us an estimate on how long the whole quilt will take. And there we go. First row is done, and it looks really good. I like it. And so that one took about 14 minutes. So 14 times 6 is about an hour and a half. It'll take an hour and a half to quilt this quilt, which is, the quilt's 56 by 73. So kind of a twin or throw size quilt. I just checked the bobbin, so I think I can probably do 2 rows with 1 bobbin, 6 rows, 3 bobbins. I wound 5 bobbins, so I might have a couple extra. We'll see. Hopefully I can make another row. I forgot one more thing. I am using a flannel back on this quilt. I can't seem to talk today. My tongue is not working correctly. I did buy the backing fabric from Joann's, and we no longer have a Joann, so I'm a little bit sad about that. I like the flannel backing on the back of the quilts. It gives it a little bit of weight, and it's soft. I just prefer flannel on the back of my quilts. I have a really big one on my bed that I made. I made it out of just yardage of fabric that I sewed together, and I put flannel on the back, and that's my favorite quilt. And it's not pieced. I mean, it doesn't have any design on it. It's just yardage of fabric, and that's the one I like the most. Look how cute my puppy is. What are you doing now? Huh? I'm just being a cute puppy. Yeah. Here's the finished quilt, and I think it turned out really well. I think the green mint looks really good next to the gray, which I was really surprised about. And I think this quilting pattern looks really good on this quilt. Let me know in the comments if you like the mint green next to the gray in this. If you're interested in this pattern, it is available on my website. Just go to declutterstudio.com. I'll have it in the description, and you can download the pattern for this quilt.